Hello, Serendipitous here with another video for the TTRPG shelf, and here we have the alternate cover of the Book of Many Things. Um, this is something I've had my eye on for quite a while, and because I do have a deck of many things, as was shown in an earlier video, but this apparently is meant to kind of not only talk about like the origins of the deck of many things, but also expand it and give more options on how to use it and things like that. So, and it also came with this box, which has another book as well as all of the cards themselves. So this book has a lot of chapters. There's like 22 chapters, 22 small chapters in it. Each one each one is kind of like titled after one of the original Deck of Many Things cards. I'm sure you could, of course, look online if you wanted to look at the table of contents and everything. But there's lots of cool kind of options and things or whatever. I appreciate that. First of all, it talks about the history of the Deck of Many Things and the various editions of D&D. And I appreciate that here they talk about, hold on, where exactly? Here we go. Where to go next? So it kind of like talks about each of the different chapters and everything. How chapters 1 through 5 is like a dungeon master toolbox and everything. Chapters 6 through 9 are like character creation options, and also each chapter, like card whatever, does correspond, of course, to the content itself. So like the rogue chapter provides advice and new magic items for bards, rangers, rogues, and other characters who prioritize skills. Rogues gallery section, like treacherous adversaries for when a player draws the rogue card from the deck. Sage gives some like new spells and stuff and whatever. Fates gives new backgrounds, or like how to develop new backgrounds, and Night focuses on allies and so forth. Celestial Suite, kind of like Sun, Moon, Comet, and Star, 10 through 13. I think it talks about like various like groups, NPC groups that might be concerned with the Deck of Many Things or whatever. Or let's see. The Sun is like the Solar Bastion. The Moon is a Ruthless Thieves Guild called the Moonstalkers. A destructive comet coursing through the multiverse, and the sky of many things, the zodiac of 12 constellations. Adventure locations, so chapter 14 through 18 for Jester, Throne, Ruin, Donjon, and Void. I love that they definitely expanded some cool things about the Deck of Many Things. So, for example, the Donjon card is notorious for being the one where if you draw that, then you're sent into an extra dimensional space and you're basically stuck there like a magical dungeon, and it's very, very hard to find you and get you out. But here they actually give you a dungeon that you can use as the donjon if you wish. Let me try to find the map here. I haven't read exactly what it all entails, but yeah, this really cool kind of like magic tech kind of map. I see the doors are labeled, have like red and like orange and blue coloring on them and stuff like that. So yeah, Sphere of the Donjon. They actually give you a dungeon for that, or like the Void, and kind of like where a character's soul could go if it an actual like void location. Adversaries and rivals, so chapters 19 through 22 talk about various like NPCs and characters who are concerned with the Deck of Many Things, and especially at the end, this deck was created for a character named Asteria, a human warrior, and her sister in arms, the Medusa Uriale, I think. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. But both still live, and they know more about the deck than anyone. This chapter chronicles their story. So I believe the human warrior sister is here, and then the Medusa is somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, and just like many other D&D books, there are little notes here and there. Let's see if I can try to find one of them. They're kind of like little notes or quotes. Yeah, like this one in this case from Asteria. And there's even like sort of a conclusion by Asteria herself back here. So lots of really cool things. Using the Deck of Many Things as a magic item, and like various locations and monsters and NPCs and so forth. And yeah, actually, let me show kind of like like various monsters, big and small, that are associated with the Deck of Many Things. Really cool stuff. Now this is cool. This is a big part of why I wanted this. So basically this box has a book, and I'll show the book in a little bit, but it has the cards themselves, right? And these cards are beautiful. Like, my gosh. There's this really shiny gold edge to them. Of course, the back is wonderful, and each of the like the art of the cards is a little bit different because they do use different artists. You can actually see the name of the artist in small print down in the corner there, and the artist is they used a bunch of different artists. But my gosh, this looks lovely. Like I love I love the styles on these cards. They're really really cool. Of course, it's got pretty much all the classic cards, but they of course they expanded it. They added a bunch of new cards like Aberration and Beast and so forth. Right. I just kind of quickly rifle through here so you can see basically what they all look like. I like this maze of cards. That's really cool. And then this last one here. So yeah, for Monstrosity, they chose the Owl Bear. Yeah, for Beast, they chose an Almirage, that unicorn bunny. And for Ooze, they chose to depict a gelatinous cube, of course. Pretty cool. For Plant, they chose a Myconid. So I think it's kind of neat to kind of see what sort of classic things that they choose to depict certain things. I think this might be the staff of Laeral Silverhand or whatever, like the leader of Waterdeep. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think if so, that's kind of cool. I like the statues holding like some cards and whatever. Yeah. So there you go. Another cool like subtle details like these blue flowers next to the well and everything. It looks really pretty. Now, what is this book exactly? So this is a card reference guide. So you can, if you wanted to, like kind of do card readings. Like either as a part of your D&D sessions, or if you wanted to, I suppose if you wanted to do actual like tarot of some kind, you could do that, but they don't give they give D&D specific meanings here. So divinatory uses, you could kind of use them as like there's a couple like different spreads you can use, like a 3-card spread, or you can do a 5-card spread, which reminds me of what you do in the reading at the beginning of Curse of Strahd. In this case, the 5-card spread, there's quest, that which is hidden, that which is needed, the challenge, and the outcome. And then what's really cool is there's the adventure spread. All right. So if you want to just build an adventure really quickly, you can do this. You have a card to represent like the party gathers, like why are they together, and then another one perpendicular on top where the adventure begins, the inciting incident. A card representing the journey, a card representing the entrance, 3 or more or less or fewer cards representing challenges, and then we have the treasure with the guardian on top of that, right? And they give an example there. And then, yeah, there's also a variant for like if you just want to make a dungeon really quickly, you can do that. So I think I might actually do that. There are times where I'm kind of stuck on what to come up with for a D&D session, and I can just kind of use the adventure or the dungeon spread to kind of get me going. And there are a couple of other like card-based things besides this that I can use to help me out as well. So really good for a more improvisationally minded DM like myself. And then, yeah, using adventure spread during play and blah, blah, blah. Now, there's a page for each card, and it has the meanings, upright meanings and reversed meanings. This is really cool. So, for example, so when you draw a card for like any of the spreads from before, you can say you're looking for a person. So if you draw the aberration card upright, so like this. Then it says the person is someone with a distorted view of reality, perhaps a cultist or a warlock of the Great Old One, perhaps simply an eccentric person with a nonconformist style. Now, if you're looking for a person, if you wanted to generate a person and you drew this card but it was upside down or which is reversed, then the person would mean a person, perhaps a druid, dedicated to preserving nature against corrupting influences. So the opposite, basically. So there is person, creature or trap, place, treasure, and situation for every card, both upright and reversed, which is really, really cool. And of course, you can see the art as well for each one. So, yeah, and that's pretty much the rest of the book there. Card reference guide, fantastic. I'm very, very, very happy to see that it's kind of like packaged in the box there. So you're not just you not only have the cards, but you have the sorry, excuse me, you have this kind of reference book here to help you out. So very cool. I love this. I'm glad to finally have this. I've been, like I said, I've had my eye on this for a while because I think the deck of many things is cool. And there's some cool things you can do with it, and I'm glad to see this kind of like to see it expand to this degree here. So yeah, there you go. That is this. I am considering getting like maybe tarot size sleeves for those cards. I'm not sure, but there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, all the best.